So in this video, we're going to do something a bit different. We're going to do an experiment, which is to show you the power of validation and how you can give it to yourself. And to do this, I have written a letter from your avoidant ex. Let's say they're avoidant, because lots of people who follow my content have got an avoidant ex. And there's that horrible thing when you break up with someone and you're wanting so badly for the acknowledgement, to be heard, to be seen, and to have that conversation that gives you the closure that you need. And often avoidants just go and they don't give you that. And it's horrible, because you're left with this kind of longing feeling of feeling misunderstood, wanting to know that this person knew your intentions and recognises their own impact on the relationship so that you don't feel so crazy. So I'm going to leave some of my comments about this for the end, because I want you to experience this video. So we're going to do it a bit like a role play, okay? And I should say that you should choose a time when you think that this letter is being sent to you, one that feels realistic. So it might be next week for some people, it might be in a year's time, or it might be in 25 years time. But either way, choose a time that you feel is realistic for you to have got this letter from your avoidant ex, and it's a reflective letter. So how long do you think it might take your ex to get to a place where they might reflect on the relationship? Because they might not be there right now, and you might know that, and so therefore this won't be realistic. But let's say in the future they have reflected on their behaviour and this is what they say. So let's say I'm your friend and your ex has given me a letter. So we're just going to pretend this is really happening, right? So your ex has spoken to me and he's given me this letter, or she's given me this letter. And do you want me to read it to you, or do you want to read it yourself? And there's only one answer to this, and it's I'm reading it to you. So I'm going to go ahead. So it says this: I'm so sorry that I hurt you so many times. You gave me chance after chance, and you stayed when most people would have walked away. You tried like I've never seen anyone try to make our relationship work, to fight for love, to understand me even when I gave you very little to work with. I was dismissive. And I just wasn't ready. I shut you down when you opened up. I let you cry yourself to sleep. I made you feel like your feelings were wrong, dramatic, too much, when really they were just real, something that I couldn't handle at the time. I invalidated your needs. I dismissed your heart. I complained about things that were actually signs of your love. You were just trying to love me. I didn't want to grow. I didn't want to look at myself. And in doing that, I really know now that I have deeply hurt you and that I've lost you. There's no excuse for what I did, but there is regret, real, deep, aching regret that I now feel. I know it may take time, maybe a long time, for you to trust me again, if you ever can, but I want you to know from the core of me that I'll do anything in my power to show you how beautiful, powerful, and deeply worthy of love you are. You've taught me more about love than anyone else I have ever known. Not because you're perfect, but because you are real. You showed up with your heart wide open. Even when I was so closed, I don't know how you did it. You tried to build something beautiful with me, even when I was tearing it down. I see that now. I see you now. And I'm so incredibly lucky to have known you, and even luckier to have been told that you loved me. If there's ever a day when you're willing to let me try again, and I mean really try, I won't waste a single second. Love from your ex, whatever this person's name is. Okay, so let's talk about this. Just take a moment to think about how that felt to hear that. Because the thing is that what I want you to acknowledge is that if you have had, listening to that, a feeling of a relief, a lift, then it's showing you that you were not asking for something unreasonable, right? It was showing you alignment. It was showing you the feeling that you got when you were listening to that. And lots of you, maybe some of you, might have listened to that and thought, well, that's never going to happen. But I want you to go back and listen to it again and pretend that it is happening, and really feel into the fact that that's what you wanted. Accountability, honesty, openness, vulnerability. You wanted those really, really bare minimum things which a relationship needs to thrive, and that you were right for wanting those things because they're healthy, because they're kind. Yeah? And the reason why I've read you this letter is to validate the fact that you wanted those things. Because a lot of the time in a breakup situation, one of the really hard things that we go through is when everybody around us is going, screw them, you can find someone better. And what that does is that makes you think, I shouldn't want them. I shouldn't want that. And I want you to kind of separate them, the person, from your needs, from the things that you need in a relationship. Because, okay, the person is the person right now. That's who they are right now. But what you were needing was needs. You had needs and feelings in a relationship, yeah? And I want you to be able to see that it's okay that you want that. It's okay that you wanted that, and it's okay if part of you still wants it. Okay? That is normal. And then what you can do is you can separate the fact and validate the fact that, yes, you want those things. You want this person to say those things. And also acknowledge that they're not there right now. They're not there. And so part of you has to be in acceptance of the fact that you are disappointed. Yeah, it sucks. But you're disappointed. And I think it's easier to come to that feeling than try to get away from it when everybody around you is saying you shouldn't feel like this, you should move on, they're awful to you and this and that. Well, this is a lesson in understanding your own needs and feelings. Yeah? And that's what you can take to wherever you go next in your life. This is where you can take this information is, now I know what I need. Now I know what it's like to be seen. Now I know that actually being heard and being valued and being respected and being honoured and being listened to and being prioritised is what I want. And I can have it. And I think the thing is about, you see, this letter will have given you validation for your experience, yeah? It will have validated your experience. And the power of hearing something like this is that you feel validated through listening to those words. And that person has not said those things to you. You have heard them, yeah? You've heard them and you have absorbed them and realized that you were right in wanting those things, and therefore your own heart starts to heal you by validating you yourself. Do you see what I mean? Let me know in the comments if this is landing, because I think it's really powerful to hear what you needed to hear in that context, even if it wasn't through them, just so that you can be right about what you needed. Yeah? You can be right about it. And it means that you can let them go by understanding that now you have what you needed. You just needed that completion of knowing that you weren't crazy. There was nothing wrong with you. You gave your absolute all. You know, you didn't know what you didn't know. You're forgiven. It wasn't all your fault. And you're a good person. Yeah? So let me know how this feels, because I feel like it could be quite a shift for you to just acknowledge what you wanted was right. Even if we're not saying, okay, this person's coming back tomorrow and is going to say all these things, for you to acknowledge what you needed is the lesson that you need to take away from this. And that is really powerful. you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You're going to get through this. Yeah? All is well. I know that it sucks, and maybe this video might have even been quite emotional for you, but that's good. It's good. It's when someone sees what we're experiencing and gets it, it validates it. Yeah, that's why we need validation. I know everybody goes, you've got to learn to validate yourself, and you can and you do, but sometimes you need someone to show you what that's like in order for you to know how to do it. Yeah. So I wanted to do that experiment, that exercise, to sort of give you that experience. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And by the way, the person who keeps mentioning that I have shifty eyes when I'm doing my videos, I know, and I can't help it, and I don't know why I do it. I'm not looking at anything. I just, maybe I'm awkward and don't like looking directly at the camera. I don't know. But I look over there and I look over there, and I watched my video, so I was like, oh yeah, I do that. Sorry, can't help it. I'm not going to try and stop, actually, because I did try and stop in a few videos, and it made me really self-conscious. And so, look, I've got shifty eyes. That's it. If you don't like it, don't watch them, just listen. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful. If you like any more information about what I do, about my coaching, about my courses, then you can find links in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.